Divisibility by 11. How do we know that a number is divisible by 11? So a number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the digits at odd places and sum of the digits at even places is either 0 or divisible by 11. So this is again a little complicated rule, like how we did it in case of the divisibility by 7. But anyways, we will understand this as well. Now, let us take example of some number. Let's say 3916245. Let's say we have to tell whether this number is divisible by 11 or not. So what we need to do? We need to sum the digits at the odd places, and again we need to sum the digits at the even places, and then we need to find the difference between the two. Now the question is, what is the meaning of odd places and even places? Now, this counting of odd and even places will always start from right. Now, this is an important thing to remember. So, you will start positioning the digits from your right hand side, that is from the units place, right? So, this is units place, this is tens place, this is hundreds place, thousands place, and so on. So you will always start numbering the position of the digits from the units place. So let us say this is position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7-digit number and you have 7 positions of the digits. Now can you tell me what are the digits which are located at the odd places? Odd places means located at position 1, located at position 3, position 5, position 7, because 1, 3, 5, 7, these are odd numbers. So these basically mean, so these positions 1, 3, 5 and 7, these positions are the odd positions. So we call them odd positions. Now what about these positions 2, 4 and 6? These are the even positions. So what we need to do? We need to find out the sum of the digits at odd places. So which are the odd places? 1, 3, 5 and 7. So these are the digits at the odd places. So sum of the digits at the odd places will be equal to 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5. Right? Similarly, sum of the digits at the even places would be 9, 6 and 4. So 9 plus 6 plus 4. Now please make sure that you start counting the position of the digits from right hand side. So that is very important. Now the sum of the digits at the odd places comes out to be 11 and the sum of the digits at even places comes out to be 19. So now we need to calculate the difference between the two, that is sum even minus sum odd. So this comes out to be 19 minus 11, which is 8. Now this 8, if this is either 0 or divisible by 11, only then the number is divisible by 11. So do you think that 8 is divisible by 11? No. So therefore this number is not divisible by 11. So this is the divisibility rule of 11. I know that this is a little complicated, but it is not difficult. Now we will take another examples. The more examples we take, the better the understanding becomes. So let us take the next example. So now we consider a number 1611312. So you have to determine if this number is divisible by 11 or not. So let us first try to find out the digits at the odd and the even places. So let us number the places 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So which are the digits present in the odd places? These are the odd places, right? So the digits in the odd places are 1, 1, 3 and 2. So sum of the digits in odd places would be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2. So this comes out to be 7. Now sum of the digits at the even places would be 6, 1, 1, that is 6 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 8. Now when you look at their difference, the difference is SE minus SO, which is equal to 8 minus 7, that is equal to 1. This one is again not divisible by 11, therefore the number is not divisible by 11. So in this fashion, you can determine if a particular number is divisible by 11 or not. Now again, the same magic. How it works? How did we arrive at such a complicated trick to find out divisibility by 11? So for this, let us consider a number. Let us consider a number 613261. It is a 6-digit number, and let's say we have to determine if it is divisible by 11 or not. So what we do, the first step as usual is to expand the number. So this is units place, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s and lakhs. So this would be 6 into 100,000 plus 1 into 10,000 plus 3 into 1,000 plus 2 into 100 plus 6 into 10 plus 1 into 1. So this is how we can expand this number. So now, in order to find its divisibility by 11, what is that trick which we can play with these numbers, 1,000, 10,000, lakhs and so on? So what we do is, we do a very interesting thing here. So what we will do is, we will try to find out numbers which are divisible by 11 and make use of those numbers. Now you remember in divisibility by 3, what we did? We wrote 100 as 99 plus 1 because 99 was divisible by 3. Right? So here also we will do something of that sort. So we will make use of numbers which are divisible by 11. So now this 1 lakh can be written as 1 lakh 1 minus 1. So we can very well write it like this. Now what about 10,000? So 10,000 can be written as, if you want you can write it as 10,001 minus 1. But 10,001 is not divisible by 11. So by actual division you can check that. So since 10,001 is not divisible by 11, so we prefer it to be written as 9999 plus 1, because 9999 is divisible by 11. And here 1 lakh 1 is divisible by 11. So that is why we have chosen these numbers. So now you see how beautifully we will arrange these numbers. So 1000, again, if you write 1000 as 999 plus 1, 999 is not divisible by 11. But if you write it as 1001 minus 1, so 1001 is again divisible by 11. So this is a better way to write it. Again, when it comes to 100, you write it as 99 plus 1 because 99 is divisible by 11. When it comes to 10, you do not write it as 9 plus 1. Instead, you write it as 11 minus 1 because 11 is divisible by 11. And this is how we have very smartly written the expansion in a way where a lot of terms now are divisible by 11. And that is what we wanted. So now let us remove these brackets and break the terms by distributive property. So A into B minus C can be written as A into B minus A into C. So let us do that. So this is 6 into 1 lakh 1 minus 6. 6 into 1 would be 6 plus 1 into 9999 plus 1 into 1, which is 1, plus 3 into 1001 minus 3 plus 2 into 99 plus 2 plus 6 into 11 minus 6 plus 1. So this is what we get. Now from these terms are divisible by 11. That is why we had chosen them, in fact. So these terms are all divisible by 11. So we are not worried about these terms. So what are we worried about? So we are worried about the remaining terms. So let us look at the remaining terms. So the remaining terms are minus 6 plus 1 minus 3 plus 2 minus 6 plus 1. Now let us write all the positives together and all the negatives together. So this can be written as 1 plus 2 plus 1 minus 6 minus 3 minus 6, and this can be written as 1 plus 2 plus 1 within brackets minus 6 plus 3 plus 6. And what is this? 1 plus 2 plus 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1. So these are basically the digits, sum of the digits in the odd places. Minus 6 plus 3 plus 6. This is sum of the digits in the even places. So you see, sum of the digits in the odd places minus sum of the digits in the even places. So that is the part which is doubtful if this is divisible by 11 or not, because rest of the part we saw that they are anyways divisible by 11. So this is the reason that whenever you are asked to find out if a number is divisible by 11 or not, we find sum of the digits at the odd places, we find sum of the digits at the even places, and then subtract them to see if the difference is either 0 or divisible by 11. In that case, the number will be divisible by 11. So with this, I think we have covered the divisibility tests of all numbers starting from 2 till 11. Quickly look at some of the questions based on the divisibility tests. Write the smallest digit and the greatest digit in the blank space so that the number formed is divisible by 3. Now, what have we learned from the divisibility test of 3? A number is divisible by 3 when sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, or when sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So for this number to be divisible by 3, the sum of its digits, so sum of the digits for this number 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus, what is this? Let us say that the blank space is x plus 2. So we have to basically find out the value of x. So this is equal to 24, that is 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2, that is 24 plus x. So this is the sum of the digits. Now the question is, this sum of the digits, if this is divisible by 3, only then this number will be divisible by 3. That is our divisibility rule of 3. Now, what is the smallest number, smallest value that x can take such that 24 plus x is divisible by 3? Now, is 24 divisible by 3? Yes, it is. 3 8s are 24, so 24 is divisible by 3. So, the smallest value that x can take is, smallest value of x would be 0, because when x is equal to 0, this is 24, which is divisible by 3. And what is the greatest value that x can take? Now x is a digit, so x can only be a single digit number. So what is the greatest value of a single digit number that x can take? Now think about it, because it has to be divisible by 3. Now 24 is divisible by 3. Now if you look at the multiples of 3, quickly look at the multiples of 3. So what are the multiples of 3? The multiples of 3 goes something like this. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, and so on. So when you look at it, the smallest value of x could be 0 and the next value of x could be 3, because if x is 3, then this becomes 27. So 27 is again divisible by 3. The next value of x could be 6. The next value of x could be 9. So x can only take these values, because only when x takes these values, this sum will be divisible by 3. Right, that is quite obvious, because if you add 2 to 24, it becomes 26. So 26 is not divisible by 3. Now since 24 is already divisible by 3, so in order to make 24 plus x divisible by 3, x has to be something which is divisible by 3. So basically x has to be a multiple of 3. So the minimum value that x can take is 0, because when you put x as 0, the sum remains 24, which is divisible by 3. And the greatest value that x can take would be 9, because beyond 9 you have 12. So 12 is a 2-digit number, but we have space only for 1 digit. So the maximum value of x would be 9. So these are the smallest and the greatest digit possible in this blank space. Question number 2. Using divisibility tests, determine if 21,084 is divisible by 4 by 8. So how do we determine if a number is divisible by 4 or not? Now the divisibility tests of 4 focuses on the last two digits. If last two digits are divisible by 4, then this entire number will be divisible by 4. So let us see if the last two digit is divisible by 4 or not. So we get a remainder 0, so that means the last two digits are divisible by 4. So therefore we say that this number is divisible by 4. What about 8? Now to check the divisibility of 8, we have to see if the last three digits are divisible by 8 or not. So last three digits is 084, which also means 84, because 0 at the beginning has no value. So 084 is basically 84, and when you divide it by 8, what do you get? So you basically get a remainder as 4. That means 84 is not divisible by 8. Therefore, this number as a whole is also not divisible by 8. Question number 3. Using divisibility tests, determine if 12,583 is divisible by 6 or not. Now what is the rule? The rule says that if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. So now let us check the divisibility by 2. So is this number divisible by 2? So in order to be divisible by 2, the units place digit has to be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, which is not true in this case. Therefore this number is not divisible by 2. Now since this number is not divisible by 2, there is no point taking its divisibility by 3, because in order to be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by both 2 and 3. So therefore we can directly say that the number will not be divisible by 6. Question number 4. Write a digit in the blank space so that the number formed is divisible by 11. So let us assume that the digit in the blank space is x. So we have just assumed that. Now what do we know as per the rule of divisibility by 11? Now for a number would be divisible by 11 only when the difference between the sum of the digits at odd places and sum of the digits at even places is either 0 or a multiple of 11. So let us first find out the position of the digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these are the odd positions. So sum of the digits in the odd places would be x, 4 and 4. So x plus 4, that would be equal to x plus 8. Now similarly, sum of the digits at even places, that would be equal to these positions 6, 4 and 2. That is, it would be 8, 9 and 8. So 8 plus 9 plus 8. So this would be 25. Now let us try to find out their difference. So the difference would be 25 minus x plus 8. So this would be 25 minus x minus 8. That is equal to 17 minus x. So this is the difference. Now, what do we know as per rule? That if this difference is either 0 or it is divisible by 11, only then the number will be divisible by 11. So let us assume the first case, that if we say that this is equal to 0. So in that case, if we say that if 17 minus x is equal to 0, in that case, what would be the value of x? The value of x would be 17. Correct? But in this case, x is a single digit number. So this is not possible because x has to be a single digit number, because x is a single digit. So that means that this has to be a multiple of 11. So after 0, what could be the next multiple of 11? So the next thing that could be is 17 minus x can be equal to 11. So this means x will be equal to 17 minus 11, which is equal to 6. So 6 would be the answer. So 6 would be the value of x.